Welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to look at functions, which is the second lesson under the topic of functions. So today's lesson, we're going to look at types of functions, types of relationship, not really functions. We're going to look at types of relationships. In the previous video, I described a relationship, as well as I also demonstrated how relationship can be written. I also talked about relationship being illustrated using a arrow diagram. I demonstrated how it's done. Now today we're going to look at types of relationship. Okay, if you didn't watch that video, please, you can check on our channel. We have that, so you can check on. Also on Facebook, we have also a video that is talking about relations. Okay, so in today's video, as I said earlier on, we're going to look at types of relations. So let's get started with the types of relations. Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is one-to-one relationship. Okay, so what is one-to-one relationship? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a halo diagram here. Okay, once I've drawn, you can see on the other set of elements we have got Choma, Lusaka, Mongu, Kasama. Then on the other side you have shouldn't be central, but it should be western. Okay, we have western province, southern province, northern province, Lusaka province. So there is a special relationship between this set and the other set. Okay, the set on the left and the other set on the right, they have got these elements, they have got a special relationship. Okay, so today we're not trying to tell the relationship which is there, because we're just trying to understand what a one-to-one relationship is. So the relationship which is here is these which are on the left side. The set which is on the left side contains the provincial headquarters of provinces. Okay, so Choma is the provincial headquarters of Southern Province. Lusaka is the provincial headquarters of Lusaka. Mongu is the provincial headquarters of Western Province, and Kasama is the provincial headquarters of Northern Province. So the relationship is a provincial headquarters of the province given. Okay, so as you can see these arrows, you can see these arrows at the end on the right side of these lines. There are some arrows indicating. So this is when we're talking about relationship, this is the direction of relationship is going. So we are saying, what is the relationship does Choma has with Southern Province? So we're saying the relationship Choma has with Southern Province is Choma is the headquarters of Southern Province. That's a relationship. Okay. Now, since we are not going to talk much about the relationship, we are talking about now how can we say this is one-on-one. Now we are identifying the kind of relationship these elements in the left set and the ones which on the right set have. So we can say that you can see that Choma is just connected to one province. Lusaka is also connected to one province, and Mongu town is also connected to one province, as well as Kasama town is also connected to one province. So there is no town which is connected to many provinces. So each town is just connected to one province. Therefore, the relationship which is here is one-to-one. Okay, there is no element in both sets which is connected to many. Each element is connected to one element in another set. So therefore, the relationship which is here is one-to-one. So you can write and say, you can see that one provincial headquarters is associated with one province. Okay, one provincial headquarters is associated with one province. This kind of relationship is called one-to-one relationship. So this is how you can do it. Just a matter of checking how these elements are connected to other elements in other sets. Okay, now let's go and look at another type of relation. Okay, so the second type of relationship we are going to look at is one-to-many relationship. One-to-many relationship. Okay, we know that as parents, you can have maybe two parents or one parent. Among the two, you pick one, maybe your father or your mother. You pick your mother. Your mother has many children. Maybe you are 4, maybe you are 5 in your family. She has many children, but one mother. So the mother has a relationship to the, maybe let's take for example this mother has 4 children. So the mother has four relationship towards 4 different children. Each child calls the mother mother, and the mother calls each child my child. So she has the same relationship with different 4 children, and different 4 children have the same relationship with one mother. So we are going to look at one-to-many, where one person or one thing has a relationship or is connected to many things which are more than one. Okay, so let's look at this example. Okay, since I talked about the mother, let me just say B. Let me talk about the father as well. Okay, so these are the children, and A is a set of fathers and B is a set of children. Okay, so now when you look at A, we have Frank, who has a child called Derek. Joe has a child called Kelvin, and also a child called Griffin, as well as a child called ENS. Frank has a child called Derek as well as Laston. Now when you look at these fathers, they have a relationship to these children. One father has, maybe let's talk about Frank, who has 2 children, and Joe has who has 3 children. Let's now start with Frank. Frank has 2 children. He has a relationship with 2 children. 2 children call him father, and he calls 2 children my children. Each child is called my child. So there is a relationship he has with these 2 children. So as you can see, one element in set A has a relationship with more than one element in set B. So one from set A, the relationship is going to many in set B. So this kind of relationship, as we can see, one father has more than one child, hence we can say that the relationship is one-to-many. Okay, now always you should pay attention to the direction of the arrows which I put in these lines. As you can see, these lines are going to the children. The arrow is pointing to the children, so the relationship is one-to-many. Okay, so this relationship you have demonstrated here is one-to-many. Okay, let's go to the third type of relationship. Okay, the third type we're going to look at is many-to-one relationship. It's just the same as the second one we talked about, just that one was one-to-many and this one is many-to-one. Okay, so in this relationship is where you have members from one set, many members from one set going to having main relationship in the second set. Okay, so for instance, we have these sets, which this one is A and this one is B, and this one is names of players, and B is names of clubs. Okay, so as you can see in A, we have got Patson Daka there on top, Mount, Ludiger, Morgan, and Vad. If you are English Premier League fan, you know these players, and we have got our own now, Patson Daka, who's now going to be playing for Leicester. Congratulations to you, Patson Daka. Please, now I'm going to be Leicester fun because of you. So make us proud, just like you did in South Bay. So just do that even in Leicester. Now let's come back to our lesson. We are saying this is two sets, or we have got two sets now. Set A is talking about players who play for a certain club, and then this B, we have got clubs where they play from. So these players, they play for these two clubs. So as you can see, we have Patson Daka who plays for Leicester, Mount plays for Chelsea, Lutger plays for Chelsea, and Morgan plays for Leicester, Vard plays for Leicester. So these are the players and these are the clubs where they play from. Now you can see that Chelsea has got two players who plays for, there are two players who plays for Chelsea, and also there are three players who plays for Leicester. Okay, so as you can see, many players playing for one club. Okay, two players playing for Chelsea, three players playing for Leicester. So many players playing for one club. Therefore, the relationship we can say here is many to one. Okay, so there is a relationship of playing for, and these players, they are playing for many. Many players are playing for one club. So we can say, as you can see, many players play for one football club. Therefore, we can say the relationship is many to one. Okay, many players connected to one club. Okay, so now let's go to the fourth type of relationship, the last one. Okay, so the last one is many to many relationship. So as the name states, this is where you have two sets, and then members from each set are connected to many members in another set. Okay, so it's like this. Okay, so the set on the left side is made of factors of numbers, and the set on the right side is made of numbers. You can call them multiples or just numbers, where these numbers on the left side can go into. Okay, so for instance, let's look at 2. 2 can go into 6, as well as into 8, and also into 12. 2 can go in these numbers. So 2 alone is connected to 3 numbers. Okay, 3 also can go into 6 as well as into 12. 4 can go into 8 as well as into 12. Now, as you can see, the numbers in the first element, in the first set on the left side, where 2 and 3 is, yes, you can see that these numbers are connected to many numbers in the set which is on the right side, as well as these numbers where 6 and 8 are connected to many numbers on the numbers which are in the set which is on the left side. Okay, so as you can see, the relationship which is here is like many to many. Okay, many to many. Just like we have in our life, we have got friends. I can have friends, and friends, they have friends, and their friends have friends. So it's like that we are connected to many. My best friend has also a best friend, and the best friend has also a best friend. It's just a chain of bestie friends. So many to many is where one element in a given set is connected to many elements, and the other elements are also connected to many elements. Now note this. The way we have 2, 3, we can also have maybe there 5. And you find that 5 is not even connected to n. But still, that doesn't change the name of the relationship. It would mean many to many. even if there was 1 which can connect to O, or there was 6 which can only have 1 connection, still the kind of relationship in this, as long as these other numbers they are connected to many, will be many to many. As we go on, I'm going to illustrate more on that so that you can understand. Never get confused once you see there is one element which is just connected to 1 and these others they are connected to many, as you can see. Then that doesn't change the fact that the relationship is many to many. This statement we can say, as you can see, one number is a factor of many numbers and one number has many factors. This kind of relationship is called many to many. As you can see, one number is a factor of many numbers and one number has many factors. This kind of relationship is called many to many. So thank you so much for watching. It has been Easy Learning Z Mathematics. The future is bright. Thank you so much. God bless you.